My name is Ifeoma Chukwemeka. Welcome to Billionaire Realtors Insights. Today we have one of our top realtors for the first half of 2021 who will be sharing with us some of the nuggets and challenges encountered during the sales process and how we can overcome to become a better realtor. Good day, sir. Welcome to Billionaire Realtors Insights. Can we meet you?
All right, good morning. I'm Victor Obhokan.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Victor.
Thank you.
So what got you started in real estate?
Okay, what actually got me started in real estate was the fact that I needed something I could do that would earn me money, profits. But beyond that, I actually wanted a situation where I'll be able to contribute to the solution for the housing problem in Nigeria. And being a pastor while on campus, I needed something that can help me do my ministry work, and I would also have a bit of time. So, and the only thing I saw that I could do, which I have always loved, was real estate. So I just had to channel the passion for the real estate into.
Wow, that's very nice. So when precisely did you join Billionaire Realtors and what motivated you to join?
Okay, I did join Billionaire. It was 2016, and the motivation was my upline. I think then she introduced me to Dr. Tony, and that was how it all started. Though after that year, there was a time I actually did not take it so seriously because, like I said, other things had to take my time, like ministry work and some other things. But I just realized that I had to focus so much on what would give me funds, and if the passion was truly there to create solution, then why don't I just put it in? So 2016 actually.
Oh, that's very nice. I like the fact that you used the word focus.
Yes.
So what has the journey been like for you? I mean, you were one of the top realtors in 2021, so what has the journey been like for you?
Okay, it has been fine, but not all rosy. But being that I actually know what I wanted and I knew why I came into the business, it was not just to play, but it has been fine. When I get to see people coming up as top realtors for the month, top realtors for the year, I'm always inspired. Like, wow. I think one of those persons was Dr. Laide. Seeing what he did last year, I was really, really inspired and all that. So it has been fine. When there are no sales, you just keeping on, something like that.
Wow, great, definitely great. So recently you won a brand new RX 350 from one of our partner companies, Trabitas Real Estate.
Yeah.
So how did that happen?
I closed some few deals for Trabitas, and it's amounted to having such reward.
Okay. So I remember you mentioned earlier that there were so many challenges and all in the business. But what can you say has been your best period so far? Okay,
I think my best period, it's actually the same thing with every other realtor. The best period is actually when you close a deal.
Exactly.
When you close a deal, nothing is as good as when the deal is closed. That has been my best moment in the real estate business. Better than when the client says, I'll get back to you. Way better than that.
Yes. I know most of us are always excited when we close a deal, and we shall want it to be very, very, we even want it to be so rosy. But what are the challenges that you faced so far, and how have you been able to overcome them? Because a lot of people think that it's just all about the successes. I mean, you're a realtor, you need to just make money. But what are the challenges you faced so far?
Okay, one of the major challenges is getting to expect a deal that somehow in your mind it has been closed, but in reality the money has not been paid. So and sometimes it could take a couple of weeks and months. So those times when there are no deals are coming up and all that, I think that's the most challenging time. And personally what I do, and which I would like to advise every other realtor out there, is when these moments come, because there would always be that moment where you're expecting to close a deal and the deal is not forthcoming. What should you do? Just put in more work. Just make sure you don't get so discouraged that you stop doing what you've been doing. So that consistency, I think this is the best time that consistency will be needed. So you just have to put the advert always before their eyes. Put the advert always. Somebody may just be taking note of it that may not have called you, but just make sure you're doing the work, because the work is not just that the deal was closed. The work is what brought about the deal being closed. So just do the work, then eventually you see the product of the work.
So my take home word today is consistency. For me and every other person watching this is consistency.
Yeah, you have to. You just have to be
So
consistent.
we've heard about most of your successes. So what deal really gave you headache? Because we know we work with different people and we deal with different things. So what deal gave you headache?
I think the deal that gave me headache has not been completed now, but it has started. So I was expecting the client he likes the property, and that wasn't it. The one that gave me headache, I don't want to say he's still giving me headache now. Because he's still giving promises. At the time, I think the man was tired and he said, "I've done payment. Let me know when you receive the alert." So it was that bad. And this is about a month or 3 months late, a month plus.
Yeah.
And he just had to agree one day, "Sorry, I have not done payment. I will do the payment." So I have to just not so put my heart into it, you understand? And since he has given me his word and all that, so, but he likes the property, he has the money, and yet he has not done. So I wouldn't say it's a spiritual problem.
Okay, so your most stressful deal to close, well, it took 3 months to close that deal, yeah? About 1 to 3 months to close that deal.
Yeah, the most stressful one is the one that is still on.
Okay,
it has not been
ongoing.
closed.
Okay, so
I'm just talking about the most
phase.
recent. I'm in that phase right now. So everybody understand that it is not just closing. There are times where but you don't have to be all moody and use that attitude to spoil your conversation with another client. You get.
Okay.
So some clients are like that. It may take 1 month, it may take 2 months, it may even take a year. You understand? Some of them, it will take time for them to fully trust. Some they can trust easily. You understand? But the most important thing is you work with a trusted company, which BRG has been able to give us that platform.
Okay, that's fine. So what has been your easiest deal?
Okay, I think my easiest deal was one morning I woke up and I had a call from an old friend of mine, like a family member anyway. And the person is like, "Victor, a friend of mine wants to get a house." And this person we've not spoken for long. I think I said that in our dinner. This person we've not spoken for long. And it was so surprising. And that taught me something, that when you get to make a post, people are just watching. They may not get to comment, but they are just, which word will I use now? They're just getting to recognize that the more that this person does this thing, and eventually when they will be in such need, they know the best person to call. So I was so surprised that morning the person called and said, "A friend of mine needs a house." So though the person did not need the house around the island, the person needed a house or an apartment around the mainland, but I knew what getting a house on the island would do eventually for the person. And since the person is not buying to stay, it can be for rental income or for outlet purpose. So I just told the person what they can get on the island. And to my greatest surprise, we fixed the date. I came over, they came over, we went for inspection. I think that same day or the next day, that same day, we did their first deposit, and it was an outright payment for Tributat. So it was just so smooth, but I thank God for the relationship. Yes, the relationship.
And that's really fascinating. So as a realtor and someone in the real estate business, what is your eventual goal?
Okay, my eventual goal actually is to take this thing bigger from the state I am now to a very bigger platform. Like I saw Realtor Blue Square. She did something that I think most of us in the industry, we're actually aspiring to do, like closing a deal in the United States. For me, it was a big one. It may not be for some other persons, but for me, it was a big one because I intend not just doing this within the nation, but doing it outside the nation. But most especially to own my own real estate company and also help train youth, especially on how to be good consultants and realtors. And by so doing, it's going to solve the issue of unemployment, which is actually one of my dream goals, to help many persons get a job and do something that they can be happy doing. So it's going to solve the issue of unemployment and also help many persons just get a life.
So anyways, I want to know, and I'm sure every other person here wants to know too, can you tell us your secret? Like, how do you do it? I mean, you were one of the top realtors for the first half of 2021. I mean, how did you do it? And what advice do you have for those in the business or those who feel discouraged? What advice do you have for other realtors in the business?
Okay, first off, I would want to say thanks to God for the journey so far. Okay, the secret actually, I feel is something that everybody already knows.
Okay.
Like, I just get to watch those doing it, and I pay close attention to how they get to do it. And one of the things I have discovered is that they are consistent in their marketing. And also, I would also like to say one or two things in addition to that. Consistent in their marketing, like they get to do their normal posts, they get to talk to clients, and I see some of them, they take it a little bit beyond the normal agency kind of thing. You know, some realtors, they just do like a side hustle, which is not bad, but I think if you devote so much time to your business, eventually that business is going to devote or bring returns to you. I see some persons, you're selling properties worth 50 something million, 80 something million, 100 and something million, and you're carrying yourself like someone selling 25 naira kind of thing. Because most times this thing is just about psychology. Sometimes your clients, they first get to perceive you how, because you're not coming to say I have a real estate company that can help you. You're the first person they meet before the company. So they size you to see, can I trust this person with this money? You understand? Does this person what? So sometimes it could just, I remember there was we went for marketing somewhere, and some persons were like, which bank do you work? We just laughed, say, oh, we say real estate. Say, oh, agency. So they belittled it. But you belittled it because you heard what I said I was doing. But before you had the conversation with me, you had somehow psychologically got to picture me. Oh, which bank do you understand? So I think your courage also matters. Sometimes, apart from marketing, you must somehow look. It doesn't take so much to look like your business. You understand? You don't look like your business. Most times, people will not come to patronize you. I see some of our top realtors that has inspired us. They get to do daily posts. The way they sell it is as though they want to sell Nigeria, and you're like, wow. So they get to carry themselves very properly, and they get to use the right tenses when they are conversing with. So, and they are acquainted with what they're selling. Some persons can still be marketing some of the products that is off the market. Sometimes the clients, they know what they want, right? So in the case where a client has done proper research before coming to meet you as a consultant, and you're still telling them some of the things that are not in market or that has been sold out, or you've not gone for the inspection, and you're trying to assume how the place looks like, it doesn't get so well with them. You understand? They need somebody they can trust, which is my most important recommendation for all consultants. Once a client can trust you, because most people, they've done several transactions either with family members or with friends and a couple of all that. The reasons why someone else that is not related to you by blood can come meet you and say, I want to do a transaction with you that is worth millions, is because they feel they can trust you. So it is now your responsibility to uphold that trust. So once we're able to ensure that our clients, they trust us and we are acquainted with the properties and their current state. So when we're giving feedback to our clients and making them know, oh, this is what it is, and never try to tell a client, a title that is not available, or trying to, all in the name of trying to sell, because the most important thing is their comfort, even as you also get to profit from the business. But if tomorrow after selling and your client cannot sleep, the state is disturbing them, the community is disturbing them, what you said was available was not available, it bridges the gap, and next time they cannot trust you for something bigger. You understand?
So far, what I picked from your secret is that we have to be consistent.
Yeah.
Consistency goes a long way.
Very important.
We also spoke about courage. I mean, you have to dress how you want to be addressed.
Yes.
Because real estate is one of the most lucrative businesses in the world. So you need to actually dress how you wish to be addressed. Then you also need to make sure your clients trust you.
Yeah, very important.
Yes, and you need to be very straightforward in business. Finally, I mean, we said you joined Billionaire Realtors in 2016.
Yeah.
So far, what do you have to say about Billionaire Realtors?
Wow. Okay, Billionaire Realtors, it has been awesome working with the BRG, Billionaire Realtors Group. I think the first thing that actually caught my interest in the Billionaire Realtors was how I could easily connect with the leadership of the Billionaire Realtors. I would always have things to say about the leadership and the way they give access to Realtors. So, for instance, you're having an issue with a selling company, you don't have to bother so much because the Billionaire Realtors are there to talk on your behalf. So, the Billionaire Realtors group has been one of the best thing that has happened in my real estate journey, because they made the work so easy. Sometimes, as regarding commission, as regarding documentation, you're having Realtors, sometimes you have complaints to make, and the selling company may seem unreachable somehow, or maybe due to one thing or the other. But the Billionaire Realtors group, they always come to our aid. So working with the Billionaire Realtors has been awesome, has been nice, from the head to every other person associated with the Billionaire Realtors. Has been nice, and I think you have one or two things to say about that.
Yes,
you've experienced that
exactly.
yourself. So it has actually been so nice. I want to use this opportunity to actually appreciate the leadership of the Billionaire Realtors. Like just recently, I was given one of the best incentives, and that is all expense paid trip to London, to the UK, and for me that is a wow. I know many persons that have worked for different organizations, companies, and government, and that wasn't given to them. My mom worked for government for many years, and I don't know, she got little incentives, that's if she got at all. But the Billionaire Realtors, they've just been able to make everybody that works with them see something bigger, see something higher, and for me that is a big one. I really want to appreciate them. Imagine going to London, you're not paying a dime, and staying for days, you're not paying a dime. Like, it means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. So I want to say a big thank you to the Billionaire Realtors Group for that incentive. I don't know how to say thank you enough, but a big thank you. Thank you so much, President. Thank you so much, everyone in the Billionaire Realtors Group. I really appreciate.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure having you in the house. It has been very enlightening, and I'm sure this will serve as a motivation and an eye-opener to other realtors out there. So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
All right, there you have it. You've heard from our guest, Victor Obhokan, one of the top realtors for the first half of 2021. I hope you had a good time, and I'll be seeing you soon.